I was privileged in 2009, my last year on the board of Meat and Livestock Australia. Jen Munro, Sandy Munro's daughter, invited me to come and say a few words before the Weebollabolla sale in that year. And I'd had experience at looking at the cattle in the past, and I knew a lot about the commercial success of the Weebollabolla commercial business in the Moree area, and they were renowned for producing great cattle for all the markets of Australia and overseas, and it was a great pleasure for me to be there to see the sale that day. But you've got to be impressed also by the performance of the Weebollabolla herd and the buyers that keep coming back to sample them again. I have to say I've always been a strong advocate for the Shorthorn breed. The Shorthorn has had a constant role in the beef industry, as we know from all the measurements that the CRC and other scientists have put in place. The Shorthorn breed is well known for its high ability to produce marbled beef, which of course was highly prized by the Japanese and Koreans. Not only that, the genes for growth, for carcass weight, and for a number of the fat traits, but in particular marbling. And that's you can't just create that by feeding them on special diets. The animals have to have the genes for that trait, and the Shorthorn has that in spades. So it is still prominent in the feedlot sector for North Asian markets. The Shorthorn has proved very successful in outcrossing, crossbreeding. The Santa Gertrudis, is developed in the United States, is 5/8 Shorthorn, 3/8 Brahman, and the Drought Master, developed in Australia, has also got a dose of Shorthorn there. The Belmont Red, these are all composites, you might call, in modern day language, composite bulls that are well adapted to difficult environments in Australia. Now, but again, the Shorthorn is a good blueprint to start with, isn't it? Because I've just come back from the Ord River on a tour of the Kimberley, and we saw the old family Durack homestead over there near Lake Argyll, and the Durack family in 1883, the women members of the family went round by ship, landed at Wyndham. The male members of the Durack family, led by Patsy Durack and the brothers and cousins, they drove 7,000 head of cattle from southeast Queensland across to the Kimberley through the difficult country. All of those cattle were either Shorthorns and a few Herefords. There were no Brahmins in the country at that time. So clearly that's a great place to start, that they've got adaptation qualities to a tough northern environment. There is now, with our new markets, particularly in North Asia, where meat quality is very different to what it was 50 years ago, their requirements are for a different type of product. They want tenderness guaranteed. They want a degree of marbling if possible. They want certain levels of subcutaneous fat, etc. And of course the CRC program that I was involved with for God knows how long was responsible for delving into the genetic control of all the meat quality traits, from tenderness, flavour, juiciness and overall eating quality. It's something now called Meat Standards Australia, our new grading system that guarantees eating quality. Increasingly domestic and overseas consumers are very interested in Meat Standards Australia. Here I see an advertisement out of a Queensland newspaper showing the Shorthorn's ability to grade MSA, which is, you know, a great thing to see, because it's there's a premium there, and the customers in Australia are increasingly satisfied with the product.